Time now for Homeschooled as we welcome in Mark Malusis and Sal Licata. And fellas, I can't believe Sandy Alderson called off this job search without interviewing Sal for the job. But how surprising is it that the Mets and Steve Cohen and Sandy Alderson, wanting to be this iconic franchise, weren't able to find a president of baseball operations and have to shift to Plan B here, Sal?
I do think it's a little surprising. I mean, look, we're in the middle of a pandemic, so that's a factor. It seems that everybody that they wanted to interview for this job, they weren't allowed to. So that's a factor. And at the end of it, they're not going to force the issue here. So he might as well take over. But yeah, I'm not shocked. I am a little surprised that it seems to be a difficult thing here to find a president of baseball operations and even a GM for that matter.
Yeah, I mean, I am surprised. I mean, I didn't necessarily think that Sandy Alderson wanted to do this job, right? That wasn't the storyline when he was brought in by Steve Cohen. The storyline is that, you know, he was going to have a seat at the table. He was not going to be at the head of the table. That's something that Sandy Alderson said a couple weeks back. So, yeah, it's surprising. I think it's a job that a lot of people would be interested in. You've got an owner that's making a passion play that wants to bring joy to millions of Met fans in the tri-state area and across the country. So, yeah, it is. Now, the idea of, okay, we can't interview who we want to interview. Well, I mean, there's also hiring the best and the brightest, right? Being progressive, being ahead of the curve. So, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be stunned. I mean, Alderson is still spry, even though he's in his early 70s. He still can do the job. Yes, I mean, it's been a while since he's won a World Series, has had success here, but it's surprising that it came down to this, that they're not hiring two. It's just going to be one, and Sandy's going to be at the head of the table once again.
Moose, you led me to my next question. What kind of an impact will Sandy Alderson, now doing more of the baseball heavy lifting, have on this offseason?
Well, I mean, Eamon, listen, he's a brilliant baseball man. There's no doubt about it. He's well accomplished. He's done everything within the sport. He's a guy that leans into analytics. So, you know, he's not an old curmudgeon stuck in the mud, get off my lawn. I mean, Alderson's a guy that has had a lot of success over the course of his baseball career. I think there's a comfortability level that Met fans have with Sandy Alderson based on what he did first go around and the fact that his hands were probably tied in certain situations, and now having free reign, I think they're excited about the possibilities of what Sandy, a very bright baseball executive, can now do.